A plane has skidded off the runway in the UK as Storm Babette bears down on the country. The TUI flight was attempting to land at Leeds Bradford Airport during heavy rain when it overshot the runway. Authorities say all passengers on board were uninjured during the ordeal, but expects the runway to be closed for some time. It follows a day of wild weather across Scotland. The weather system has claimed at least 3 lives and left 4,000 homes across the country without power. A red alert remains in place for parts of the country.
This was a night no one in Brecon will forget. A night officials call a disaster. Local flood defences were no match for this unprecedented volume of rain. When the river here burst its banks in the dark, early hours, the water surge was fast and violent, flooding homes, cutting power, marooning those who hadn't wanted to leave. Boat rescues have gone on for hours today in the wet and cold, saving families, the very young, the incredibly vulnerable.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
Scott and his mother didn't believe it would be this bad. They thought they could cope.
There were warnings, weren't there, consistently, but...
We didn't think it would come to much because it never came to much the last time.
What's it like in your house now?
Down the stairs is completely flooded.
So, down the stairs is completely flooded?
Everything's floated about.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even see you've got a rabbit down here.
We just got him. I've had to leave the body because the cage is far too big. We're going to come back tomorrow hopefully and get that in a car.
I'm so sorry, Scott. What a night you've had.
I know.
There is just still so much water here, and this is now, 12 hours since the river in this town burst its banks. Everywhere you look, it's submerged vehicles. You can see how high the water level got to when it peaked, able to get into homes through the windows. And when you see that, you think, really, what are a couple of sandbags by a front door going to save?
They certainly weren't able to save Christine and Davy's flat.
Kitchen's quite bad, a very bad I would say, and our bathroom's bad. I mean, it's just hard to believe, you know.
Christine, who's partially sighted, left yesterday afternoon when the evacuation order came in. The couple returned this morning to this.
I bet you can't believe this has happened.
No, and you think it's not going to happen to us, you know. And I know it sounds selfish, but you do believe that. And times like this, reality is a way of saying, you know something, I told you. You know what I mean? Doesn't make it any easier.
On saving grace, I've got my photos. Carpets could be replaced, furniture could be replaced, but it's just the memories as well. With the grandchildren and that.
I know. It's just devastating.
Authorities warn here that the worst is still to come. The river likely again to burst its banks, but there are still some who refuse to leave their homes amidst the most severe of weather warnings that their lives could be at risk. Catherine Ivototsi, Sky News in Brecon.